Hi, Claire Staines from Lothlorien here. This is part 2 of our puppy socialisation, and here we're going to be teaching young Harley an auto check-in. Auto check-ins are really important if you're going to have an off-leash dog. It's not a substitute for a recall, we will build up to that. But just now, every time he looks at me, I'm going to mark it with a yes and then feed him with a piece of food. You can see all the other dogs that I walk have a really good check-in. They do keep looking every now and again to see which direction we're going in. And that's really important because it shows that I'm still in their frame of mind. So we're just letting him go here, and when he turns around and looks, yes, and then feed. Now I do this off leash. We can do this with a young puppy like Harley because he's still not going too far away from us, so it's a great time to start training. And if you have a puppy and you're going to do this, then access to a nice group of balanced dogs is essential, and letting the dog off lead actually prevents them from building up any leash frustrations, which is quite a common problem later on in life. A dog is fine off leash, but they maybe bark and lunge at other dogs on leash, quite simply because they're frustrated and they can't get to go and see them. So this is why we do this off leash. Harley then has the choice. He has the choice to be with the dogs, to sniff, to do dog things. And that's really important because that's what his future is going to be. But we're just making sure that we're reinforcing with a high value reinforcer just for him looking in on us. And I mark that with a yes, which Harley already knows. You can use a clicker for this as well if you want to do so. I just find it easier outside dealing with 5 other dogs if I don't have too much in my hands at once. So that's why we would charge up the verbal marker as well. This also increases the frequency of the dog just spending a little bit more time round about you because you're building up a huge reinforcement history of staying next to you. So we'll just sit back and watch this for a minute.
Sammy.
Just coming up here, there's a fork in the path. So I just want to make sure that I have them close and I have all the dogs close so that when we do move, they're all going to move in the same direction that I'm going in. So we've got no stragglers going away. Again, your dog would start to get used to it, and they do when they do come to different paths. As you can see Charlie did there, that they will stop and just check in and see which direction you're going in. And you can see Sammy the Rottweiler is just standing waiting at the end there to see which way we're going.
Yes. Good boy.
It's a relatively easy thing to do.
Yes.
If you don't have access to other dogs, you can still do this with your puppy, but just make sure there's not too many distractions that's going to encourage them to run forward to. So here we are just a little bit further on in the path, just doing the same thing. Yes, when he looks at me, reinforce, and then letting him go. It's important that he knows he's allowed to be free and he always has a choice. But choices that I like pay off. So that's the part 2 in our puppy socialisation, which actually should be called appropriate socialisation, because this is exactly what Harley is doing.
Yes.
I'm looking forward to proceeding on to part 3, where we're going to start introducing into that recall from the auto check-in. So it'll be then a chained behaviour. We can either release him from the check-in or we can call him back. So thanks very much for watching, and all your comments and suggestions are always gratefully received. Happy training.
Hey.